Try to be low as possible. Not too bad. Okay, and we take some altitude. Hello, back in the sky. As you can see, I just took off after a very long time on the ground, a very bad weather for the last 3 weeks. And now we are going to patrol the Pararawen Reserve. As I say, 3 weeks without flying, so a little bit worried. So I have to check every border of the reserve. And if I have time and if the weather window is still good, I also want to go to one of the nearest village called Lemo, because the guys there clean part of the land for Andrew, Bastian and Ekal to train there. So I want to have a look first, before they start the training tomorrow, if the weather allows us to do so. For now, it takes some altitude to do the patrol over the reserve. Yeah, I've been missing flying a lot, but it's no surprise that the weather is very bad this year, because last year it was El Nino with a very, very long dry season, and this year is the totally opposite, and it's usually what happens the year after El Nino. We got a lot of rain, and even if I can't fly very often, at least we don't have wild forest fire. So it's a good thing. So very quickly, I have a very good view of the situation of the reserve. Everything is green, which is very good. You can see the color of the vegetation over here. Some trees without leaves, totally normal as this year. And I think it's a rubber plantation, which direct people do a lot traditionally, so they mix the forest with rubber. So even if it's plantation, we still have a very high biodiversity, and even now we already buy the land, and what we want to do is also to cut slowly all the rubber trees and to change them, to replace them with fruit trees. Okay, I'm already on the south border of the Pararawen Reserve. Everything looks good. And I show you few months ago, I think last year, a rice plantation, traditional rice plantation, and it's in front of me. So as they already collect the rice, I think he made a banana plantation now, who plants the rice, as you can see now. I also can use that spot for emergency landing if I need to. Okay, that's good. So I showed you this plantation a few months ago, I remember. It's totally outside the reserve. Everything looks very good. So now I'm going to the village. As you can see, 10 minutes, 15 minutes flight, I already have an idea of the situation. This is how powerful the paramotor is. I start to be worried after a few weeks without flying because of the bad weather. But very quickly after the takeoff, I have a good idea of the situation. of the reserve on my right. Nothing suspicious. Very good. And in front of me is the village of Lemo. And this is where the guy tried to set up a place to be trained. You remember the last time the Bastien tried to take off at Kalaweit, he did a very beautiful jump in the river. So we don't want that to happen again, so they need to train again, and they set up a place in front of me. So I want to check, because I didn't check that yet. They cut the grass, and they said, even there is a small river in the middle of it, maybe it's a good location to train. So I want to have a look and fly low there. So this is a spot. I think it's a small river, and it looks big, but I need to be sure. So this is a place. It's huge, with a lot of grass, river in the middle, not the perfect spot to learn, but better than nothing, I think. There is a lot of turbulence because of the trees around. If the guy trained here, they will have to train very late when it's no wind at all. It's kind of tricky, I think. But this is huge. They will need to land, I think, over there and take us from here. Take off, it will be fine. Okay, I try to simulate what will be a takeoff for them. It's not too bad actually, but the turn over there is too tight, so I think they will have to land, yeah, I think from here, and we'll have to land in the back. I try to do it one more time. Some training is good for my skill as well. But the turn is tight with the vegetation around. Try to be low as possible. Not too bad. Okay, and we take some altitude. So I'm taking back some altitude. We'll go back to the Parawen reserve and go back to camp. Okay, now I'm back over the Barito River, and in front of me is the Parawen reserve. And as you can see, the small river, which is a south border of the reserve, the Monte App River. Very small, very beautiful, lot of proboscis monkey there. And so I want to have a final check on the reserve before to go landing, because as you can see, even with a GoPro, for you it will be very far, but there is a very big cloud over there, and at a certain altitude I start to have a lot of turbulence caused by the cloud. So now I'm going back to Kalaweit and flying over the Parawen reserve. Such a joy to be in the sky over the forest, you know that. So this reserve compared to Dulan is still small. We still have a lot to secure, still waiting for, I don't know, someone giving us some million of dollars to buy all the forest. You can see, even if it's what is in front of me is already secured, but here it's only a few hundred hectares. We want more. We want to secure as much as we can. And it's true that for the last 2 years I have been very focused on Dulan because the threat from the palm oil industry is really in Dulan. Here, there is threat from illegal loggers and traditional plantation, but not as big as in Dulan. It's why I prioritize these 2 last years to collect funds to secure Dulan before to extend the Pararawen reserve here. But I still have that in mind. You can see there is a new enclosure. The guy is building a new enclosure over there. 2 actually. This big cloud is making me trouble. It's going closer and closer. I think I have just 10 minutes left before landing. So at least I'm sure there is no trouble with the reserve. All good. The next step, if still I have a good weather, this is the speedboat over there, good. And I will check the state reserve in front of me, maybe tomorrow if the weather is good. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will bring you for another patrol another day. Bye-bye. This is what I like. 360 on the ship. Yeehaw!
Abonnez-vous à cette chaîne et n'oubliez pas de cliquer sur la petite cloche pour recevoir toutes les notifications et ne rater aucune vidéo.